What's up, everybody? It's Nick. I'm here with another video. As you'll see in the title, what has happened to the world around us and the people in it? What has happened? Seriously. We are seeing and hearing things that I never thought in a million years would ever not just exist, but be even mentioned, let alone exist. I mean, I'm just going to give you an example. I grew up in Florida, okay? Grew up from the age of like a year old till I was 23. And then I've been living up north the second half of my life. I'm around 43 now. And now there's monkeys, iguanas, and snakes in Florida. And people say, oh, yeah, they released them. One was for a movie set, and then they got released. The other one's from people releasing them in the wild. Okay. All right. What's going on with all the, let's see here, the food? Why does all the food taste like trash? Why is it all GMO? I can't find 97% of the items in grocery stores. It's all poison. It's all poison, guys. It's literally poison, and they're not only are they charging us, they're overcharging us for it. And then we're paying taxes. Well, I can't remember if there's taxes on food off the top of my head. But we pay taxes upon taxes on taxes, so it don't matter. That's another thing. Taxes. We just found out that our taxes are going to literal PDFs. And it's helping fund what they do. Okay? So when we pay our property taxes, our income taxes, the little taxes they take on your child supports, all these taxes, guess what they're funding? Yep. I'm not going to say it because you know. They're showing us everything, and they're trying to do it without just basically, actually they have said it, but without basically blatantly saying it, but they really have. You've all seen the picture of Trump that he put out. If I can, which I doubt it, I will post it here somewhere in the video for everybody to see. But he's dressed, and what it looks like to the normal average person is him portraying himself as Jesus healing somebody with the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse and a demon in the middle. People say, oh, no, that's not what he posted. Yes, it is what he posted, guys. February 20th or February 4th, I forget the exact date, there was some other influencer that posted the same photo. Trump was the one who took the original and edited it into the demon version. Duh! Guys, wake up, all right? We allegedly live in the United States of America, right? So if this is all real and we're in the United States of America, why is there a right and a left wing? That wouldn't make any sense, because you can't be united if you have 2 divided wings on the same flapping bird. Seriously. The same flipping wings on the same bird, dragon, whatever you want to call it. It's all fake. If I want to plant something in my yard now, I have to go to the store, buy a certain kind of soil, take a certain amount of the soil out of the ground, and put this special soil in just to get it strong enough so it can grow. Because there's so much freaking aluminum and all kinds of other crap in the soil. Go get it tested. It's in there. It's not a conspiracy. Go test it. I showed it back in 2020. There's barium, strontium, aluminum, and there was some other things in there, and that was 6 years ago, 7 almost. You know, and then we got the Beltane Festival going on right now. That just started last night. This is the year, a lot of people don't know, Beltane Festival goes on from April 19th till May 1st. It is a time where the spiritual darkness awakens because it is the time where the veil is the second thinnest that it is aside from Halloween. So during this time, the occult ritualists like the Freemasons, etc., they all do their rituals during this time. This is why you're going to see a lot of missing dogs and cats. You're going to see a spike in that in Facebook groups or whatever groups you're in. You'll see a spike in it on telephone poles. Sadly, you won't see too much of missing kids on the news. You'll hear of some, but you won't hear of the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds or even thousands more. Because did you know that the news is owned by one person? Yeah. So when we sit in our homes and we watch TV, no matter, I don't have TV, so it doesn't matter to me, but let's say you're watching whether it's Fox, CNN, MSNBC, I don't know what news channels they have today. But no matter which one you're watching, the same person owns it. Go to Google, do whatever you got to do. It doesn't matter what they say. When you do the deep dive on it, you're going to see who owns all the stations. I think Disney has a couple shares in something, and that's about it. And Walt Disney is a Freemason. Well, not all Freemasons are bad. Correct. I know some Freemasons. Did you know that police officers are Freemasons? Most of them don't even know it. There's different levels of this. I was talking to a family member, and I didn't get to have a conversation with him. I wish I would have been able to. But he was like, I have a friend that's a 33rd degree Freemason man, and he a great man. Well, sorry to break it to you. No, he's not. First of all, go look at the prior video from A Call for an Uprising. I think I just uploaded it earlier today or yesterday onto my Facebook. If you watch that, he explains to you about these Freemasons and what they do. First of all, if you go to any lodge, go to your nearest Freemasonic lodge. There's one in every city or town in the entire country. You'll find a Freemasonic lodge. You'll even see signs for them sometimes on the side of the street with the square and Freemasonic compass saying you're entering yada 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 lodge. Now, when you pull into these places, if you're able to, and most you are, you'll see they either have no windows, and if they are, they're either boarded up on the inside, or they're blacked out completely, or they don't have none, like I said. And they have, on the inside, if you get the chance to go in on the inside, they all have a white and black checkerboard floor, like a chessboard. And as you know, the checkerboard floor you see in music videos, video games, movies, cartoons. You see it flashed everywhere. Guys, there's levels to this. Shaquille O'Neal is also a 33rd degree Freemason. And trust me, he's not a great man. He's not a great man. There's a 33rd degree Freemason that makes $1 million a year or less, or maybe a little more, compared to a Freemason that makes 250 million or more, or a little less, or whatever. There's a huge difference, guys. Big difference. It's almost like it's a different club. Guys, they are gonna unleash hell on this earth. They are. I'm being dead serious with you. We're going to be here alive to see literal demons walking around in the flesh. We're going to see that. We're going to see stuff in the sky, plain as day, like it's nothing, all the time. You're going to see robots. You're going to see drones. And you're going to see a lot more of them. You know, I just want to touch on something that really hit me this morning. I don't know what brought it to me, but it was Timothy chapter 3, verse 2 through 10. I can't remember it for word. I can paraphrase little bits of it. But it said, in the end of days, people are going to turn basically into snakes. They're going to be cold-hearted. They're going to be disobedient to their parents. They're going to have a soul of like not caring. They're going to be lazy, no motivation. I'm paraphrasing a bit, but the major part that I want to point out in what he says, what Jesus said in there, was about how in the end times the hearts of many will grow cold. And I know for a fact that all of us know that and have seen that. I know it personally because I could give you a story right now that would probably blow your mind. You would be like asking a million questions if I told you, but I'm not going to do it because it would be too personal. But I'm telling you guys, the hearts of many are growing extremely cold. And I got a big, big sign this morning from that. I don't get that often. Very, very seldom do I ever hear God's voice in my head. I pray a lot and I try to get it, and it happens sometimes. And when it happened this morning, it was so odd because it coincided right with the story that I can't tell you, that's too personal. And it just, bam, it put it all together. The hearts of many will grow cold. Look around you. I know you know people that you used to know that you either loved or they loved you or both, and you suddenly don't talk. Guys, I grew up in a neighborhood, all right, where we hung out all day long having so much fun. I can't even begin to tell you the things that we did, okay? And I'm still friends with 80 to 90% of them, and none of us say a word to each other. I'll put out, like, I always put out general stuff, like hoping somebody will comment. I always like to try to get conversation going with people. And people are just silent. Silent. And then when I post even like truth videos, I'll get like it told me last month, I got like 128,000 views on videos. But there's like no comments. So if you're watching it, why aren't you commenting? Doesn't make any sense. I posted the analytics, so I know I wasn't tripping. 128,000 views. Guys, I only have 1.2 thousand followers on Facebook. That math does not math, and I put it on there to see. Maybe it's 128,000 demons keeping an eye on me. And I'm being dead serious when I say that. Who freaking knows? A data center? They're building a data center the size, I'm not even going to get into this, but the size of 600 football fields. Try to envision in your head. I don't think you can, because I could barely. I don't even think I can. But try to envision walking into a Walmart that's empty and it being the length and size of 600 football fields. 600 wide, 600 long. Football fields. 600. Imagine how long of a walk that would take to get to the end of that building. And do they really need that for computers? Because they're building these data centers in places where there's severe droughts. and then everybody's getting raised water prices. Well, if these are data centers and you need the water to keep the computers cold, then why wouldn't you just put them in Antarctica or the North Pole on your grand old spinning balls spinning in space? Yeah, wink, wink at that. But seriously, if it's so cold down there and up there, go there and put the data centers there. Why do you need 670 in Virginia, 110 in Pennsylvania, 400 in India? What's going on with that? And these things, they're not like little buildings, guys. We're talking multiple football fields long. These things are huge. They make Walmarts look like kindergartens. So imagine the ones that are 600 football fields, and then imagine the ones that are just in between that. That's unfathomable. What's inside of them? There's no windows on them. I heard of somebody that did construction on them, and I posted the video, and I forget what he said. He wasn't able to, I don't think he was able to describe what was in because he didn't see them, but he described them as just being large concrete buildings, windowless. What? What do they have in them? I want to see it when it's up and active. Like somebody either I know or somebody that I confirm being there and actually see it before I believe it, because you can't believe anything the news puts out. They could literally show you a scene from another country getting demolished, and it could be totally fake. And we wouldn't even know it. They've done it before. They still do it. Sometimes we know it, sometimes we catch it, sometimes we don't. That's why I've cut out TV. I have not pressed the power button on a television in 11 years. And the only thing I've ever watched, as far as that would be TV-wise, whether it be on a TV screen or a computer, is sports. Because I used to play them as a kid and I always enjoyed them. And even that's a distraction to what's going on today. Shouldn't be, because there's nothing wrong with sports. But they use them to distract us. You know, I live in a town where there's only about 150,000 residents, and here in a few days, they're going to bring nearly 1 million people into our city for the NFL draft. I don't know how. I know my city. I don't know how they're going to fit that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 major hotels down there, and that's like really it. I mean, and then there's some, obviously in the suburbs, surrounding suburbs and whatnot. I get it, but we're talking about 700,000 to 1.2 million, anywhere in between there. Excuse me. How can you fit that? Where are they going to go? These people are going to have to have. I don't understand this. They've got the stage backed up against PNC Stadium, and they plan on putting these people in the parking lot. I just don't see how it's going to fit, but I guess they're going to make it happen. Anyways, guys, this was my rant for the day. Glad you enjoyed it. If you stayed for the whole thing, thank you. Comment below. I'll make sure to try to reply to comments. I'm going to try to keep on uploading because that's what this is about. It's a hobby, not a sport, not a job. It's a hobby. And the main thing is to get the truth out. Guys, please pray for my son. Please pray for both my sons. Please pray for both of their families. Please pray for me, especially me. I need it for my car wreck. And pray for one another and pray for your family. And I will do the same. I will make sure to shout out a prayer for everybody that watches this video. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you soon. Matter of fact, I'll probably see you later tonight maybe.